This is video 71 of 101. This video is about finding your path. There's a whole lot of talk in the world right now about following your dreams and just getting to where you want to be in life, following your true ambitions. So to find your path in life, the first thing you have to do is visualize where that is. And keep in mind that this goal or this visualization, it's just an ideal right now. You may venture off from this goal, but at least having this idea gives you something to strive towards, gives you an end goal, and it's much easier to fill things in when you have an end goal rather than just trying to think about the next step with no real intention behind it. So even if you don't end up where you want to be, at least this will give you an idea of how to start. So visualize. Think about what you like to do during your day. Even if it's something like, oh, I love playing video games, I love just hanging out with my friends, I love watching TV, I love being on the internet, I love interacting with social media. Think about the things that you enjoy doing and then realize that all of these things have jobs behind them. There are industries behind them, and there are people that are bringing these things to you, and you could be one of those people. There are so many different options in these different kinds of industries. There are so many different jobs that aren't publicized by the media. There are a lot of jobs that go into creating a product or a thing or a service, things we wouldn't even realize about. Essentially, think about it this way. When you have this idea or goal in your mind, it's probably not going to end up even being what you end up actually doing. For instance, for me, when I was 10, I really wanted to be a model. That was like my first goal in life. And then I started getting into fashion and then sales and business. So I really wanted to do something with the business side of fashion, but also something creative at the same time. So I started to model eventually. So I was volunteering at Fashion Week. I was doing internships with designers. And then I got an internship at a magazine during college, so I went to school for fashion. But before all of this started, I realized that I needed to be healthier. This healthy journey, and then me doing all these different things in fashion and doing all these creative things, eventually merged, and there was something creative that I could now do with this healthy living. That was birthed in an art class one day. And that I ran with, and then that brought me to where I am now, because I did all of these things. I did everything with that business that I could have done. But I realized that that path was only meant to bring me to where I am right now. I would have never ever been in PC doing these videos or anything like that if I hadn't have done all those steps before. And now every single step has always felt like the right step. Even if it isn't a defining step, it's still the right step because it's just the next step. Figure out what you want to do. Just get alone for an hour or so, bring a pen and paper with you, go to a park, sit down somewhere where you can be creative and inspired, and just think about what you want to do just in your head. Think about what would make you happiest. What is the most ideal day that you would want to have every single day? Don't think about like, oh, what's the most exciting things you could do during the day? What are the simple habits that are going to make up a life that you're going to enjoy every single day? A life that you don't need to vacation from. Is it waking up and being with a family and going to work and interacting with people and creating something or making something or contributing to something larger than yourself? Whatever that is. Just visualize it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but write down some keywords. Also think about some of the kinds of things you enjoy doing, some of the jobs you enjoy doing, some of the tasks. Think about your passions. Just think about things you enjoy doing in your past time. These all have industries behind them. And so then all you need to do is figure out how to get into that industry. It can literally be the most basic thing. If you want to be on TV, start volunteering at a TV studio, mopping floors even, just get in there so that you can be where the opportunities are. You need to get in there no matter what that method is, no matter what that level is. Get in there. You need to intern, you need to volunteer, you need to start at the bottom if you're ever going to make your way up. Because this is how you learn. This is how you learn what it really takes to get there. This is how you learn mistakes. This is how you fail. And failure is not failing. Failing is not the end game. Failing is just a lesson. Failing is the strongest, most incredible lesson. I love to fail because it just points me to where I'm actually supposed to be. It just helps to point me right back in the direction. It's kind of like that Pong game. Like you're going here and you fail and then you come back out, so you're going back out. Like you just hit a wall and then you bounce back out. Like that's what failing is. And so you just kind of keep going up, 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 up. Figure out what you love to do. Figure out what kind of things you're good at. And then get into that industry. Find people who are in that industry and talk to them, no matter what kind of jobs they're doing. Just find out as much information as you can. We have so much information accessible on the internet right now, which is incredible. access to people via social media. Like, the reach we can have is awesome without even leaving our rooms. And then get out there, find opportunities. In the beginning, you're probably not going to get paid, so find these opportunities, the volunteering, the internship, the mentoring, anything you can get, just get in there. And then work hard. If you're passionate about it, the work is not going to seem laborious and stressful. It's going to be exciting because you're learning and you're doing things you love. And then fail. Fail as many times as you can. Try as many things as you can, many opportunities, experiences, talk to as many people as you can, and fail and learn and make mistakes. And if you keep at this, you will make it. Because if you look at any kind of celebrity, anyone who was successful, if you look at who they were before that, they were just someone figuring it out. They were just someone going along their path. They just had this idea that this is what they were supposed to be at. They didn't even really maybe know what it was, but they just kept going towards it. They kept failing. They kept making mistakes. They kept learning and growing, and then they finally got there. And these are people literally just like us, with the same heads, the same bodies as we have. All they did was just use them. And just don't forget, no matter what this thing is, even if it's something more traditional where you just want to get a simple job so you can have a family, that's totally fine too. Literally, just whatever makes you happy, that's what you need to do. Just don't worry about what anybody thinks, and don't do it for the money. You have to do it because you love it. The money will come if you love it. Because if you love it, you won't mind working hard at it. And if you work hard at something you love, you'll be successful and you will find the money. So just find what you love and do it. Just do it as many times as you can. Just fail and keep going.